Therapist reads the fractures of the mind. Across the hall where the dark roses grow, a goth with fire says the truth must show. Two different worlds but the same clear sight. They watch the culture fade into the night. So they lit a candle in the digital storm, built a channel where the truth takes form. No scripts, no masters pulling every string, just voices cutting through the noise they bring. Gothic therapy, truth in the flame, calling the lies and naming the game. When the industry falls into parody, we rise again in Gothic Therapy. Kingdoms built on hollow praise, gaming empires lost inside the haze. But every lie leaves a trail behind, and someone with patience will always find. Receipts on the wall of the asylum halls, echoing truth through the shadowed calls, where satire bites and the truth runs deep, and the watchers gather who refuse to sleep. No fear of storms when the signal is clear. The louder the lies, the louder we appear. Gothic therapy, truth in the flame, calling the lies and naming the game. When the industry falls into parody, we rise again in Gothic Therapy.
First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
Hello?
My name is Harry Dresden, motherfucker. Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the fucking door.
Come again? This might be an asylum, but we're very picky about who we let in.
No, or I will fucking end you. Do you understand me?
Honey, we got another one!
I'll get the security!
See, guys, there are no sharks in the fountain. Except that one!
I summoned Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
That does what it do.
Puffer Wonka!
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking, and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too, or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, master of the TDS, a raven stands side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof with sharp wit and insight. We're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Secrets of the Asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside. We'll tear down the facade of culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark. Join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master Writing Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, Seekers of the Asylum.
For those searching for salvation,
Or embracing the insane.
you have come to the right place. Well, what do you think? How do we look?
Yep, we're back. The original avatars. With bouncing it all. Woohoo!
But with upgrades, because we did like the outfits from the V2 ones, so we had to keep them. We had to keep the outfits.
Yeah, and to be fair, for people who don't know, Raven's original avatar, which before this one, actually had a moon and a star on it. And when it was made, that didn't actually get...
When Spartan Flash Century drew the avatars based off of those, he said that he forgot. He said, "Ah, dang it, I forgot the moon." And I said, "It's okay, I like it as is."
Yeah, but since when we made the VTuber avatars, it was like, okay, let's bring that back. But to make very clear, we've obviously reverted back. And I know there might be some people who are here who don't like that, and I'll explain the reasoning. We made a poll on multiple different areas, on Discord, on Twitter, and on YouTube. And the YouTube one, I think, was the most revealing. It's still being voted on, but over 400 of you voted, and it wasn't even close. I think now it's 78.
Yeah, 78% wanted the PNGs back on YouTube. On YouTube alone.
Yes.
On Discord, it was a tie. And what was the result on Twitter?
On Twitter, it was about over 68% people wanted the PNGs back.
So yeah, so across all 3 platforms, overwhelming majority wanted these back. So here you are. We're back. You're welcome.
You glitched out a little bit.
So yeah, so after, what was I saying? After combining the results of all 3 platform votes, you guys overwhelmingly voted that you wanted the PNGs back, so we brought them back.
Yep, and some people, as I said, we're not. I want to make very clear, we're doing this, and there will be a lore reason, which there will be a tease for at the end of this week. Remind me at the end of the show that there will be a sneak peek.
Also, it doesn't look like the couch is eating anybody. Are you sure you kept it on?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because people have said some of the words and nothing's happened.
sometimes takes a while to get there. I'll go double check. But what I was saying was that our still inevitable goal. So first off, our inevitable goal is that we actually want to have VTuber avatars, and we've learned quite a lot. But we also learned that the style wasn't exactly what we wanted, and it wasn't anybody's fault in particular. It just didn't fit. And we found an artist who we think can hit more towards the style that we want.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, it's a little bit expensive right now. So we decided that we'd revert back and we would do a funny kind of lore thing to bring it back.
It would have
And-
been it would have been released this week, but I was down with a cold most of the week, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah. So keep it. So again, no rush or anything, but we basically are going to kind of, as I said, we're going to use these for now. And then once eventually the future will be that we'll get to a point where we can afford it, and we will make them. Well, basically, we're going to stick to what our roots are, and we're going to take what we learned from the experience, and we're going to make and work along with somebody who can do the style a little better. And there we go. Like, again, no hate or anything towards anybody. It's just, it just didn't work out. It was a good experiment. And so we're back.
Yes. But, and I think that's all the announcements we have, right? I can't think of any other announcements.
I believe so. I think that's all the announcements we have. But as I said, the new avatars are expensive. So again, it probably won't be like in a couple weeks. But as I said, there will be a lore reason for why we revert. We are not just reverting. We just wanted to be able to do it this week. Next week, there will be a lore reason. And yeah. So just keep that in mind. With that said, we got a packed show for you, including, guys, would you believe Wings Interactive is back again?
Yay!
But it's kind of interesting because they aren't even hiding it. So we'll get to that. But before we do, honey, do you want to mention what the goal for today's stream is?
Yes. Hold on, I feel like I need to sneeze.
Mute yourself.
If we get a total of 20 super chats tonight, starting at $2 a piece, we will talk about why we don't really like to play video games together.
Yes, and that's an interesting story. You might think that we do, and we've gotten requests to do it. Maybe in the future we'll see.
Maybe. If we can ever figure it out.
We could figure it out. I'm just lazy.
Yes, I know.
Are you on another tab?
No.
You froze for a sec.
Oh. Hi.
Don't freeze!
Don't break
Don't-
on us!
Don't freeze
break
and
on
don't
us,
sneeze.
StreamYards!
Bad StreamYards. Bad. Whack. Here, StreamYards, this is for you.
Ah! Nice.
All right. But yeah, so you mentioned what the goal was. Okay, good. So let's get started on the chat.
Oh, I can finally use my phone again for these timers. Yay!
Be honest, guys, like we did like the VTuber avatars for them to be able to express more, but it was a lot of work to get them set up.
The setups were so complicated and exhausting.
And as I said, we will be going back to VTuber avatars at some point in the future, but we're not in a rush. And as I said, it's expensive. But eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to take these avatars that we have now, kind of, and basically literally make them almost exactly the same. We actually have, and I'm not going to show it, but we have a sketch from the artist that we looked into, and the sketch looks really, really good.
Yes.
So
All right, starting the timer in 3, 2,
not
1.
go, not go,
Go.
not go. I wasn't
What?
ready.
Oh, sorry. Are you ready now?
No,
Are you ready now?
no,
Are you ready now?
no,
Are you ready now?
no.
Are you ready now?
Maybe.
Are you ready now?
I'm not feeling it.
Are you ready now?
You got to say it with feeling.
Are you ready now?
No.
Are you ready now?
Yeah,
I said
sure.
with
Why not?
I said it was feeling.
I said I was ready. Come on, God.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Lime says, hello, everyone. Lime here. I got the new Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream. It's a pretty good chaotic life simulation game. It's been a while since I've heard that name. That's a name I've never ever heard in a long time. Griffin of Might says, the therapy couch and I have created more Frankensteins for the asylum if you need security. Think of us as your Wonka, only it's a Frankenstein factory.
No.
Good luck with that. Great One is here. Says diversity officer clocking in. Hope all is well. I'm hanging with Bob today. He's agreed to help protect my limbs this week from the couch. Plushies for Raven and waffles for Master. I've messed with the words, so none of you have gotten attacked yet. He's waiting and he's waiting. Don't worry. Even if nobody triggers him, you will see him. That's all I got to say. But here's your clip.
It's the differences that make our world so rich, diverse, and wonderful.
I still hate you, though.
Never gets old.
Russ Williams says, hail all, clocking in.
Hello.
Drevlocks says, I was talking to my friend the other day. They think I'm delusional. What do they know? They're just a hallucination.
Ha ha.
Macy Van Dessen says, Graven, I have a question for you. Why do you have a crescent moon on your outfit? Why not a half moon or a full moon or, gasp, a blue moon?
I don't know. Cricket.
Honey, answer the question.
Oh, what is this supposed to mean? Why a blue moon? Blue moon's
Why
actually
a
only
half
taken
moon?
Because that's literally just a semisphere.
Why did you choose a crescent moon?
Because of the original Avatar. Original Avatar had a crescent moon on it.
Why'd you choose that one?
Because I wanted to.
Okay, there you go. There's the lore. Vowels no vowels says, gah! How long does it take for 22 minutes? 22 minutes. Easily Dead Ninja says, I have rapid cycling bipolar disorder, which is weird because I don't own a bike. But,
Psychology joke.
Chupacabra Bacon says, hello, everyone. Clocking in for the night shift.
Hello.
Marmalade is here. Says, welcome, everyone. Let's all clock in. Foot Potter Decker Miller says, hello. Nick Havoc says, clocking in. Good evening, all. Oh, I wonder who this person... Oh, it's you. Archlord Dude Rider has says clocking in from the HVAC basement, keeping everything cool. Okay. Opal Dragon says, how many ropes did it take to pull Raven against from the lake of chocolate? Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a splat. She never left.
More like a splat because the rope breaks.
No, more like because you ate through the rope in your haste to get to the chocolate. Youngblood Ray says, clocked in and ready in my snuggle vest. Demolition Dude says, saw the championship ceremony for the Major League Fishing Red Crest series. Figured I'd save the trouble of using MLF for content. Okay.
He likes to fish.
Vice Admiral Deku of Mars says, Deku clocking into my apothecary shift. Ignore the new ship in the harbor, name pending, as I didn't know the RMS Titanic model I ordered was 1-to-1 scale.
Sucks to be you.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. 3 and 5,000 says, let's ride. Jay Schultz says, hello, it's another Sunday night. Yes, last I checked.
Yes, it is.
Umbra Flama. I said it right. Umbra Flama. I stopped myself. My brain wanted to do something different. Umbra Flama says, jacked up and ready to go.
Nice.
Skyfire says, clocking in. Hello, all.
Hello.
Tailfin 59 says, your favorite haunted 59 Cadillac clocking into the Asylum garage. If you throw a tarp over me, it's kind of like a snuggle vest. I'll allow it. ELT says, clocking in from the void. Danko Orange says, clocking in orange style. Agent Swordmaster says, lurking around to make memes.
Wait.
You know what else is lurking? The couch. Be careful. Shh.
He hasn't attacked anyone yet.
His vision is based on movement.
You're absolutely certain you woke him up?
Yes. Sometimes it takes longer. I can't do anything.
Well, you did set the cooldown for really long, so...
It doesn't matter. It should be doing. Wild Kataran says, clocking in a slight fever and sore throat, but maybe that means the therapy count won't chase. Oh, we'll feel better. Jeremy, Jeremy's
Jeremy?
review. Jeremy's review says, I like both the OG and VTuber avatars. That's fair.
Mhm.
We thought we could do better, is what we're saying. Not that we didn't like what we had, but we thought we could. We heard what you guys were saying, and we thought, you know what, we'll revisit it. You know.
Yes.
Proctor Val says, welcome back, guys. Good to be back.
Yes.
2K Game Cooper says, Cocky, you guys are awesome regardless of what models you use. Aw.
Thank you. That is appreciated.
Ashes Reborn says, good evening, friends. I hope you all have been well and gotten to enjoy this lovely weekend. It's good to see everyone here and enjoying themselves. I'm praying for each of you. Love you guys. Oh, thank
Aww.
you. Odin Dark the Third says, Cocky getting late.
You're not late. You're
getting
fashionably early.
No, you're not getting overpay. Overtime. Stormrain says, Gothic Therapy lore. Yes, lore.
It's coming.
Jackson Geddon says the original Avatar is returning in name only, just like Young Justice and every other reboot after 2012.
Well, the avatars are back. We just changed the costumes.
I think he's talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Oh,
but it's not
Maybe.
one of our topics tonight, so that's why I'm a little confused.
yeah.
Maybe he was talking about us, our avatars. They are back.
Please be more specific.
Agent Prime says no more puff apocalypse. Was that the issue? That one stream cheeks puffing out? I'm both tired and have terrible memory. Here's the thing. I like the cheek puffs. I might bring them back. I probably can get an edit or stretch out my cheeks and have a toggle where I'll puff out my cheeks. I could probably do it. It would not take that long. We don't even. But you know what else is going to mean, guys? We haven't gotten it up and running yet, but we will have hats again. More hats. We will have-
Eventually. Oh, we can also do the chair stream properly again.
We kind of did it properly last time too.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Yes.
Not the
Eagle
way
Eye.
we used to.
Eagle Eye says, hi, Wings. Hi, SBI.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Reaper Knight says, clocking in. The innkeeper of the bottomless pit of despair is here. Sorry, I'm late. I'm late from distractions.
What kind of distractions?
I don't know. Jizzle said, let's get ready to rumble. If only. Let's see.
Finally! Couch is awake.
Zeros says, sup.
Hello.
Joel Jimenez is Asylum check-in party. Ow!
Ow! What? He started it.
Master help Lord Voldemort. He thinks he's a lady. I can't help him.
Looks like a lady. Banner.
You missed my OG avatar, so now you should be happy.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, we had to bring the outfits with us. I liked the outfit too much to leave it
the
behind.
VTuber was a bit too. That could be the point of VTube VR.
It's supposed to be
VTuber.
expressive and comfortable to look at.
Yes, you're right. And look, we learned a lot, and now what we're going to do moving forward is we're going to fix it so that we can. We're going to make them better, but again, we're going to take our time. I see the therapy couch is awake and attacking.
Good couch. Good boy.
Anybody who's trying to spam the word, you're going to have a problem because I may have turned up the time in between because you guys were spamming it too much.
We're looking at you, 3M5000.
Dude, look like a lady.
Banner.
Okay, I think we've caught up on the chat. How much time do we have left?
45 seconds.
Well, we made it just in time.
Yeah.
Let me double check if there's anybody I missed. Let's get to the super chats.
Berto Space Girlfriend for $19.99. Thank you.
We
Clocking
could do
in.
a tip for that.
After observing all of the couch attacks, I've decided to develop a protective suit for the inmates. I just learned about a futuristic material called asbestos. This should be interesting. Hey, don't poison our couch.
Yeah, don't poison the couch. The inmates I don't care about. Poison them all you want. But here you go. Since first of the night, you've assembled Exodia. You've assembled Exodia. Here you go. Where is it?
このカードに全てを託し、今エクゾディアの封印が解かれる。怒りの豪華エクゾードフレーム。
That scream at the end always gets me. Maisie Van Dowson for $2, for Gondor, for Erebor, for Moria, for Frodo, for chocolate.
That wasn't on the thing.
I know, I added it. Sorry, I had to.
Bad kitty.
Meow. Baked Buddhas for $2. Pennies for the plush fund. Thank you.
And here we go.
And Croc-a-Squirrel has been a member for 1 month. Thank you.
I like how his
Clocking-
avatar is actually a Croc-a-Squirrel.
I know, it's so cute. I love it. Clocking in for graveyard shift, the Croc-a-Squirrels are busy calling in all of HR so they can get to work hiring people of merit.
Hopefully not for the Asylum, because we don't merit that.
Nice one. And Diz El Jiz for $1.99, clocking in, finally unpacked after moving to a new place. Well, good for you. Hope you like the new place.
Let's see. Is anybody else here that came? Anybody here? No. Okay, let's move on then. We got our first topic to get to.
Yes.
And it will be easier. We don't have to worry about like messing things up. Yay!
Mazel tov.
But guys, stick around for if you're here, stick around for the second topic. It's gonna be a wild one.
Wait, before we do that. Casey Van Dowson just sent another super.
Oh.
For chocolate!
Thank you. Oh, do I still have that clip?
I don't know.
Yes, I do. Here you go. There you go.
Rosalia's responding to M3 at 5,000. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Right under Macy's
I
super
see
chat.
it. Okay,
That's
we're going
funny.
into the
That's
first
funny.
topic. First topic time. Yay!
Okay, go.
First topic.
Already.
No.
Do it.
No.
Now.
No.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
Spray bottle. Netflix Willy Wonka. How absurd.
With Taika Waititi too. Have they not learned?
Arrested for a sequel no one wanted or needs.
Why bother watching when the original still succeeds? So, you may have heard of this, you may not have, but
And and you're gonna wish if you have heard about it or you haven't, and you hear about it now, you're gonna wish you hadn't.
So, you're welcome, and my condolences to your sanity. There is now going to be a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The name of
And-
it is Charlie versus the Chocolate Factory.
Because Willy Wonka gets arrested for child abuse for what he did.
Yes. This
For
is
what he did in
wait.
the
I want to
factory.
stop you. No, this is not a late April Fool's joke. This is actually a thing.
This is actually a thing that Netflix is doing. But what I find interesting is that he's the only one he's getting sued for was the one who got turned into a blueberry. What about the
But
other
let's
four
read
kids?
here, because if you guys thought this was bad enough, we're also getting Taika Waititi, who's going to be voicing Willy Wonka in this animated thing. So let's get into it, honey. Do you want to read what is on screen?
Sure. Ahem. Charlie versus the Chocolate Factory tells a new story set years after Wonka's infamous golden ticket contest. Indeed, Wonka has just returned to his factory following a stint behind bars for turning a child into a blueberry, as seen in the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory book and film.
I love
I
how.
think-
Wait. Before we get
It's
to as
literally
you
just
said,
the blueberry child. What about the kid who got stuck in a tube the one who got shrunk and then stretched out, and the one who fell into a chute of garbage.
How about the fact that he's enslaved all the Oompa Loompas to work for him?
I thought he paid them in cocoa beans. Or was that the second
I don't
movie?
know.
That was
This
the
is
Johnny
so
Depp movie.
weird.
It was the Johnny Depp movie that they got paid in cocoa beans.
Like, we don't need I'll be honest, we didn't even really need the Johnny Depp version, but it was okay.
Yeah. It was
Let's
very
get to the next
colorful
part.
and very Tim Burton, because it was Tim Burton.
Yes.
All right.
Next part.
And the synopsis is as follows. Having served his time, Wonka returns to his factory, determined to add a little sweetness to a bitter world, reads an official blurb. But one thing stands in his way. Teenager Charlie Paley, Connor, and his friends, facing eviction, this next generation of, quote, rotten kids plot to break into the factory, nab a priceless Wonka bar, and save their homes. But like many before them who enter the fantastical world of the factory, these kids are in for a bit more than they can chew. So we're supposed to root for delinquents?
So let me ask. I'm very confused. So wait, I'm trying to understand. I just realized something that doesn't compute.
What?
So the original is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and obviously this is occurring afterwards. But one thing stands in his way: teenager Charlie. So is it the same Charlie?
I don't know.
You
Who's
think
Connor?
he learned his lesson from the first time?
No, the actual Charlie is Charlie Bucket, I thought.
Wait, Charlie Paley, Connor. Oh, okay.
Maybe Charlie Paley's the actor?
I don't know, but this is ridiculous. Why? First off, okay, so let's say it is Charlie Paley. That's the name of. Let's say it's the actor. Then why is it called Charlie versus the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, it makes it sound like it's a lawsuit, honestly.
No, but wait, think about it. Charlie maybe it is a lawsuit, but then wouldn't it be versus Charlie? Wouldn't it be funny if
it would be versus Violet Beauregard, because she's the one who they're saying he got arrested for.
Beauregard versus the Chocolate Factory?
I guess it doesn't have as nice of a ring to it.
I guess they didn't have a Beauregard for it. Ha
ha. Yeah.
Oompa Loompa no.
Do they? I mean, this is actually the opening synopsis for Don't Breathe, where a bunch of
delinquents. This is the opening synopsis for Garbage.
Yes, but it's also it's reminding me of the opening for Don't Breathe, where a bunch of delinquents are stealing money from rich people, and the last home they break into is that of an ex-military blind guy.
Do they all die?
Yes.
So are they? So in other words,
except the girl. Except the girl, obviously.
Of course, the girl. How much do you want to bet this is going to be a thing where the kids are fighting the patriarchy or something stupid? Like, who cares? Who cares? What even is this?
Trash.
Who said, you know what? Let's make a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that's not canon. And you know what? Let's be even more annoying. Let's get Taika Waititi to be the voice of of Willy Wonka.
You want to know who said that? Netflix, clearly.
Netflix, I want to pick you up and shake you. You do things like, and I know people don't like this necessarily, but they do things like Netflix One Piece, which was pretty good for what it was. I know people don't like it. Humor me, okay? But the point is that, like, they do some things that are really, really good, and then they do this, and it's just like, this is garbage. Will you consume our trash?
No. Who am I supposed to be rooting? Who am I supposed to be rooting for in this movie? And why does the background of the place look so modern?
Because it's gonna be
he's in like the 80s or something. I don't know.
Honey, he's saying that he's determined to add a little sweetness to a bitter world. So now ex-con Willy Wonka comes to go bitter, to spread sweetness to a bitter world.
Willy Wonka would never have actually gotten arrested.
Ex-con Willy Wonka.
Why?
And here's my question.
But that ruins his whole brand. If he gets arrested, no one's going to buy his candy ever again.
Also,
That's how
why
it
are they
works.
breaking in to nab a priceless Wonka bar if I'm assuming they sell them to make money?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Wonka bar that's never been released.
The whole point of let's go back to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, okay? Let's go back to that for a minute, okay? The whole point and the whole thing is that he's poor, he gets the golden ticket, right?
Mhm.
And he goes in and the idea is he's getting free chocolate and stuff like that. That's the whole point. It gets him like a tour of the factory. And at the end, right,
Mhm.
Charlie takes it over. So what happened to Charlie? Did he just die?
Yeah, Charlie ends up becoming Wonka's successor. The whole point of the contest was for him to find a successor to take over the factory.
Before he's the glass elevator malfunctioned and it shot him into space or something.
Oh, that would be funny.
Can we have the glass elevator malfunction and shoot Netflix into space?
Oh, that would be nice too. And all the stupid people. Can we take all the stupid people into space too and just leave them there?
I'm sorry. Like, you might think that we're making a big deal out of nothing, but like, who in the world thought this was a good idea? Like, I'm reading this plot and it just sounds generic.
Netflix thought of this. Like I said, this is the plot. This is basically the plot of Don't Breathe.
Oh, God. My brain kept with that idea what happened to Charlie.
Uh-oh, what?
The reason Wonka is behind bars is not just because he turned a child into a blueberry. It's because Violet Beauregard ended up eating Charlie. She turned into a giant blueberry and ate him.
How does that work?
Oompa loompa doopity doo. I'm hungry, so might as well eat you. Oompa loompa doopity dee. I'm now a felon, convict me. No?
Yeah.
And
no.
yes, I know that they're facing eviction. Yes, we're facing eviction. Should we rob a bank? Should we get jobs? Nah, let's go rob a chocolate place for chocolate bars. I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah, after the person in charge of it gets arrested and his company goes under because he's not there to run it, and the stock goes down and all of his customers leave him, which is what realistically would happen.
No, you know what this is? I'm looking at this, and you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that god-awful Addams Family animated thing. Like, it's like Wonka's factory. Everything around it's like drab. You must assimilate, Wonka. You're too weird.
Oh, don't remind me. We never speak of that movie, honey. We never speak of it.
I just spoke of it.
Bad, honey. Bad.
No, but yeah, so we're getting this, and it's Taika Waititi.
For some reason.
So if you didn't think it was bad enough it being this and then Netflix, now it's also Taika Waititi. And so, yeah, this should be fun. No. Said no one ever.
Literally no
in
one.
history.
These kids are going to, this is going to be another Don't Breathe movie in which the kids break into the place thinking they're going to get riches, but they're going to end up all dead. Except for the girl.
I'm wiggling my fingers,
girl,
Netflix.
I am not going to say what actually happened to the girl because it was a horror movie, so I should not say.
Okay, but I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna do a magic spell. Oompa loompa doopity dee. Netflix, all of you turn to blueberries.
Poof!
And now, guess what, Netflix? Now you have people who are working for you who are more intelligent.
You're welcome.
Do you know why? Because they don't have arms, so they can't actually use them to do things. I'll ruin your chocolate factory in a minute, baby.
Ugh. We should stop there.
Please.
Ugh. Also, was my poof audible?
Poof?
I said poof.
When?
After you said you're all blueberries. I said poof.
Yes, it was audible.
Okay. Also, hi, Papios. You just missed hell.
Also, hello, I saw him here. Where are you?
Rogue Attraction?
Rogue Attraction. All because the Obama's being involved. That tracks.
No. I guess maybe. I don't know, but hello.
Netflix all turned to blueberries.
Those are blue dots. Also, blueberries are actually purple.
You have to read this, honey. I'm not doing it. You read it. Sing it.
Okay.
Wait. Clip this. Someone clip this.
I'm waiting for someone to clip it.
No, someone's gonna have to clip it till afterwards.
Okay. Vowels No Vowels says, my song to Netflix and Hollywood in general. Oompa loompa doompa dee doo. I will not watch any more of your poo.
Oompa loompa doopity dee. I take a dump on Netflix TV. If anyone ever doubts that I make the rhymes for our things, I just keep making them up. I didn't write this ahead of time.
Nope, he did not. He comes with them on the spot. Whereas me, I write a poem and I have to literally write down every single variation of a rhyme because I can never think of the word to use.
I think it would have been better if Oompa loompa dumpity doo. I will not watch any more Netflix poo. Oompa loompa dumpity dee.
That's good. That's pretty
Nobody wants this garbage TV.
good.
Okay, I'm done now.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
No, you're not.
Oompa loompa doopity doo. I will ruin your mythos for you.
Macy Van Dowsen for $2 for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Please don't. We have them on our throne page, but they're just there for fun.
Get him cards. There are a couple that he really wants.
Yes, I'm never getting them. And I'm not telling any of you what they are because they're $50 and I ain't doing it.
Kevin Man the Legend and Dragon Master Magia.
No, blah, blah, blah. Bye. It's my show now. You've been evicted. Go to your room and think about what you've done. She's trapped in behind. She's bad. Hi, honey. That's what you get. So, guys, how do you like my show? How do you like my show now? My show. Nobody else.
Boo.
Hi. Free Raven. Let her back in? No. I tell her, I'm not going to tell you. She goes, blah, 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 blah. It's like, honey, here's a secret. I got to tell you a really important secret. Blah, blah, blah. And the show, hi, everyone. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to tell about your secrets. Blah, blah.
But you really want those cards. I want someone to get
I'm going to kick you back out.
But
I'm going to kick you back out.
But I want you to.
No. Okay, behave. Hello? Honey? Honey?
Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
You know you don't have to type of the chat.
Well, I was typing it while I was still muted.
I unmuted you and I was like, hello? Hello? And you didn't say anything.
I was still typing and I wanted to finish the sentence.
You know what I have to say about that, honey?
What? Meow.
Be a good kid.
I have your cards. I want you to be able to complete your deck.
No. If you do it, I'm literally leaving.
I'm not going to do it.
I will leave. Watch. I
will do it.
Don't test me.
I'm not.
Although you're quite entertaining, Master, the show is nothing about your lovely wife. I agree.
Aw. We are a duo, after all.
What keyboards do you use? Oh, Gothic Therapy. Raven requested to receive permission to make Hawk Skulls canon months ago. Yes, I know. Black chocolate for the couch. There you go.
Great one. Got attacked again. Couch must really like you.
The couch seems to like you. What keyboards do you use for what?
I just use my laptop.
I have one that is unfortunately actually have the keyboard that I use now on our throne page because I'm hoping at some point that someone will get that. It's more either someone will get it or I will remember which one it is and eventually I'll get it because I won't remember otherwise.
Master does need a replacement keyboard. It's
let's get to the super chats though.
Rhinosaurus Rex for $2. I'm back and I got a 78 on that history test. Not bad.
Congrats!
Not bad.
Now that test is history.
But no, good for you. Good on you for passing.
Yep.
Baked Buddhist has been a member for 9 months. Wow, thank you. That song had me laughing so hard I woke up my boyfriend from his nap.
Tell your boyfriend I'm sorry. It's Raven's fault.
Macy Van Dazen says, good night, everybody. Have a great time. Good night.
Good night. Oh, sadly, the mouse keyboard and gamepad are all not for sale anymore. So as each dies this week's the mouse, I have to buy something I don't like as much. I just got a keyboard. I got one that wasn't is the show's name now Bastard Therapy? I'm the master of therapy. Thank you very much.
Well, that is true, but I'm biased.
Well, I'm licensed now. Don't tell my haters. They don't want to know this.
They don't want to believe it, but it's true.
They don't want to read.
Or think.
You were licensed for a while. Yes, it's almost like I put that in my bio that I was an AMFT, and if you Googled it, you know what it was.
And it
but
means
no.
associate, not assistant, you idiots.
And then I get licensed and they're mad and they're saying, oh, but I thought he quit. And it's like, okay,
where did they get
weird.
that from?
They made it up. The source says I made it up.
Ugh.
All right, guys, we got a great topic coming up. This one is a doozy.
Oh, yes. Let's just say that Master found another rabbit hole.
Yes, but guys, are you ready for the return of Landfall?
And Wings Interactive.
Are you ready?
Are you?
Nope, you're not. But you get
no, you're not.
Whee!
Woo!
Landfall Games returns with Wings Interactive in tow.
After hiding so long, they finally let the truth show.
The devil's in the details. Evil Landfall seals their fate.
When it comes to censoring criticism, they do not hesitate. Ooh boy, did Master find a rabbit hole.
No, you didn't hear me incorrectly, guys. So you may remember a while back that Raven and I exposed Wings Interactive, a consulting firm, a firm that helps fund like marginalized developers that was connected to Sweet Baby Inc. because they had Gimbal Air on the board. And we found that they were in the same location as Landfall Games. And we made this public in a video. And we went on a stream and talked about it.
And then overnight, Wings Interactive deleted their entire online presence.
All their TikTok, their Twitter, everything. Now, they've come back since then, slowly, right? But one of the things that we mentioned about the fallout was that Landfall Games confirmed that we were correct. How did they do so? By blocking me and Raven.
Well, they only blocked me after I asked them to, so that they could be, diverse and inclusive. They block a woman.
But, guys, so here's the funny thing. So we revealed a lot of things, but we really couldn't understand if they weren't doing anything wrong, then why did you have to, block us, right? It made no sense.
Yeah, it didn't. But
well, guys, guess what? So we had pointed out in our video that there were a bunch of different companies all out of the same location, one of which was called Vingar Interactive AB, which translates to Wings Interactive. And we confirmed from Audrey LaPrince, the co-founder of Wings Interactive, that 100% that Landfall Games did in fact fund them. And funny enough, Landfall Games also gave the initial donation to fund Reloaded recently. Weird how this happened.
Indeed, it's like it's all connected.
And I had an insider at Wings who alerted us and let us know that they were freaking out behind the scenes, and they blamed it on Gamergate and said that we're all harassing them and whatever. But now, guys, all this time later, Landfall Games is back. Why are they back? Because they've rebranded and taken one of their companies called Landfall Publishing, and they've changed its name and made it public. You know, one of the things that we pointed out in our video that they apparently didn't like us pointing out, now it's public. But wait, guess what they did, guys? They decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to name this company Evil Landfall.
With a question mark. Why it needs to have a question?
Kid you not.
Why it has to have a question? Sorry to interrupt. Why it has to have a question mark, I really don't know. Why did they have a question mark?
Let's be honest, honey. It's because they're saying, ha ha, we're evil. Because they were getting criticism, right, for supporting Wings Interactive and hiding all this stuff. And so I'm guessing they decided to embrace it by doing it. Honey, do you want to read Landfall's tweet from a week or so ago?
I would like to indeed. Landfall at Landfall Games, April 8th. We made a publisher to only publish our own games. We called it evil because spreadsheets and contracts are evil, and some evil people have got to do it.
I'm gonna call BS. Gonna call BS.
I just think it doesn't make any sense.
And by the way, the little video there plays. It has the logo open its mouth and smile with teeth.
Yeah.
And on the side, you'll see all these people here, right, with little devil horns.
That is the evil Landfall team.
So explain to me. So look, we can't confirm this is because of us, but it sounds really weird that you would out of nowhere be like, gonna call our publishing brand evil. It's because paperwork is evil. No, it's because you were getting criticism for being called, bad from from the fact you were supporting these kinds of games and hiding things and blocking people who criticized you. So you decided, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna embrace the criticism and own it.
Yeah,
that's my opinion anyway.
And just imply that you worship Satan for so subtly and whatever.
Because evil means Satan, right?
No, he's just the face of it.
Word for it, guys. Don't take our word for it, guys, because we actually have the article that they have released along with this information. And we are going to go through and we are going to read through this article for you right now.
Yes.
And we're going to figure out exactly what this evil Landfall is. And I want to make very clear, we are not joking. They literally have named themselves Evil Landfall.
With a question mark.
You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding.
I have to emphasize the question mark. I don't know why.
Evil Landfall.
Why?
Because they're nuts. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start reading and then I'll stop after a certain point and you can read, okay?
Okay.
Evil Landfall is the latest publishing label from an indie developer. The developer behind Peak has launched a publishing arm. Christian Leonardo, the new CEO of Evil Landfall, explains all. I'm going to read up till a little bit, and what it says, Christian Leonardo, you can read, okay?
Okay.
If you watched this year's Landfall Day stream on April 1st, you might have spotted an odd moment where Landfall's logo split into two with the familiar white logo on the left and a red logo saying Evil Landfall on the right. It wasn't a gag, but the reveal of Landfall's new publishing arm. The developer of Peak and Content Warnings has been publishing its own games for a while, but now the international folks in charge of publishing have announced themselves as a separate entity that will be providing funding for external games in addition to publishing Landfall's own titles.
Kristen Lee Naidu, that's how I'm pronouncing it, how it's spelled.
I don't care. I do not care.
Who was head of publishing at Landfall, is now CEO of Evil Landfall. We are 7 people in total, she told GameIndustry.biz. Of that team, 4 are actually women, which is pretty awesome. And it's pretty cool that they've asked me to be the CEO, which is pretty significant because I'm South African, I'm a woman, and I'm fairly young as well. You do not represent my mother's home country.
Question. Hi. So how does that make you qualified to be in charge of games?
It doesn't.
I'm waiting.
It doesn't. As a South African, I declare you do not represent my mother's people.
Okay.
Like the OG Landfall, Evil Landfall is based in Stockholm. Oh, really?
Stockholm Syndrome.
You mean, it technically is Stockholm, Sweden, but yes.
Stockholm Syndrome.
And Sweden.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Although several staff work remotely across the world, and technically it isn't really new. In fact, Evil Landfall was established as a separate entity for Landfall's publishing operations around 3 years ago.
Weird.
We realized that the publishing team and the business side of things was its own self-sustaining company, explained Naidu. But in reality, the two companies were inextricably intertwined. We still have founders from Landfall as part of the Evil Landfall team as well.
Good to know. I'll keep reading.
Okay.
Evil Landfall didn't reveal its existence to the world 3 years ago because there was no reason to. There was no reason to. It only published Landfall's own games after all. Okay, so then my question is,
was 3 years ago when we exposed them?
No, but here's the question: if they've been publishing games for years, what was the problem of being us pointing out that you guys were connected? I'm curious because you're announcing it. I don't get it. Now ambitions have changed, and the publisher is stepping into the limelight. We want to do more stuff, and we want to work with more cool developers, so we're just opening the curtain a little, says Naidu. We're not limited by just the Landfall company. We can work with anybody we want. However, that work with an external companies is currently limited to providing project-based investment. Even though Evil Landfall does have the full suite of publishing services, business development, marketing, community management, and so on. You know, all the things that we pointed out in our video that you blocked us for. Sorry. It will only bring those to bear on Landfall's own titles. Everyone else just gets money and a bit of advice.
Yeah, but where does the money come from?
Here's my question. Wait, question. So you guys are in the same location as Wings Interactive, Vingar Interactiva?
Literally the exact same address.
And so clearly you funded them and clearly they're running out of there. So my question is, why couldn't you have just gone public with that? Are we not supposed to know this? I don't understand why it's a problem that we pointed out that you're connected to another company. It doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
I'll keep reading to the finish here and then you get the undercover operation, okay?
Okay.
That said, Naidu does want to keep an open mind. I think if projects come by that are interesting and we think, oh, maybe we should publish this game, maybe it does make sense. So like Reloaded, then we would do it. There hasn't quite yet been an opportunity, but I think part of us becoming a more known company is opening doors like that. Close them now.
And lock them.
Right now, however, she wants to keep it simple. If you want to self-publish your games and you want Landfall support in terms of publishing advice, talk to Evil Landfall. If you want Evil Landfall to publish a game, that might not happen, but we're interested to hear more. Yes, guys, don't you want to have your game funded by Evil?
I literally made it. She said, we might not publish it. That literally sounds like making a deal with the devil. Am I wrong?
It's evil! Evil!
Nope. Yeah, pretty much. My head hurts from this.
Sure.
Undercover operation. Evil Landfall / Landfall has had a bit of practice at all this external funding malarkey already. Really now. We've never really talked about it because it wasn't really formalized in the way that it is now. We know. One of our first investments was actually an equity investment in a studio called Semiwork on their first game, Voidigo. The company's second game is one you're likely to have heard of, Repo, which gained more than 10 million monthly active users in March 2025, shortly after launching in early access. So we had been doing things for a while, just quietly, says Naidu. That basically was just because they were developers in Sweden or in our ecosystem who needed funding. Now those...
like Reloaded. Oh, wait,
Well,
they weren't in your
well,
ecosystem. You just
actually,
funded
no.
them anyways.
She said she's South African and Reloaded was made in South Africa.
Oh, weird.
Connections, I believe.
Gets better.
Now those ad hoc investments have become more formal. We have a contract and everything. It's become a trend for successful indie developers to make the leap into funding other indies. Among Us maker Inner Sloth launched Outer Sloth in 2024, and we've seen studios like Kinetic Games, Phasmophobia, make similar moves.
Want me to read, or you want to finish till peak of the game and then I'll continue?
You please continue. My head's actually hurting for some reason.
Because this is annoying and it's brain rotting. Outer Sloth made the rare gesture of putting its publishing contract on display at GDC this year. Wow, so stunning, much brave. But Naidu says evil Landfall isn't ready to follow suit just yet. She will say, however, that there's no 100% recoup. We also don't hold on to any of the IPs of the games we support. I would say that gives people an idea of the type of deals we do. Didn't they say earlier they weren't going to fund games unless they were Landfall?
Yes.
So now that we don't hold on to any IPs of games we support, but I thought you said you weren't doing that yet.
I'm confused. My head hurts. Keep going.
It's very hands-off. Developers get to decide how involved we are, if at all. She adds the specific terms could change per game, which is one reason why they haven't made the contract public yet. But I do think there might be a time in the future where we have more to share. Now, here's the best part. What about that name, though? Why Evil Landfall? We had talked about Landfall Presents, Landfall Invests, but all of them felt so boring. No, they're fine. And Evil Landfall felt very fun because we're the business arm of Landfall, and we wanted to play on like publisher evil, business evil, so it just kind of stuck.
That makes no sense.
Paperwork evil, guys. We're going to call ourselves evil. Again, I'm sorry. If I was a developer, why would you want to have your game funded by evil? Like,
I mean, there are much more clever ways to do it.
Peak of their game. Of course, this ability to begin funding other indies is down to Landfall's own astonishing success with titles like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator tabs, content wording, and particularly Peak, which Video Game Insights estimates have sold around 17 million copies, 17 million units so far. Naidu says that the phenomenal sales of Peak took Landfall by surprise. We're a studio that has already had quite a lot of success in the past, and we didn't actually think that we could get more successful in a way. It was like, we've already made games that reach millions of people. How much bigger could it get? We also made games through Wings Interactive that have reached tens of people. Tens.
Hey, look at the related. Sony appears to be auto-refunding Highguard players.
Peak was made over the course of just a few months in collaboration with Aggro Crab, and then we released it, and it was immediately the fastest selling game and now has eclipsed all our other projects, says Naidu. It was really surprising, she says. They had expected it to do similar sales to Content Warning, which features a similar kind of cooperative gameplay. Do you want to keep reading?
Sure. She's particularly pleased for Argo Crab. We came from having a bunch of success already. Peak was just like, oh, another one. For Aggro Crab, Peak was the reason why the studio gets to continue, because their games are getting canceled and the rest of it. What does that mean? But because of Peak, they get to continue. And that was the best part. It was like, okay, this makes it worth it. In terms of the kinds of projects Evil Landfall is interested in funding, Naidu says they're mostly looking for games that are similar to Landfall's own titles.
Stop right there. Didn't they just say earlier on in this same conversation that they weren't doing that yet?
Yes. Quote, we feel like we already have an audience established that likes games.
Oh my God. You have to keep reading. Keep reading. Go.
That likes games to play with friends. Silly physics-based projects. We look for games in this realm because we think that if we boost them to our audience, then there's an added benefit there. We really haven't really considered supporting like a narrative game because we really don't know how those games function and how to sell them. We don't have experience there.
A publisher that doesn't have experience with certain games, that's fine. It's not crazy. I'll keep reading.
Yeah.
The label has been signing games with short development cycles, just like Peaks. We have a lot of devs who are looking at our model and saying, let's try to find the core of the game in a month and work on it for like 6 months max and then ship. And then the game's crap. No, I'm just kidding. So we've been experimenting and signing some of those projects to see how they go. When those projects ship, we'll decide if it's sustainable for people outside of Landfall, and then what kind we'll kind of mold it from there. Peak has clearly been inspiring developers. A phenomenal success thrown together in an astonishingly short time. I've literally never heard of this game, but okay. The antithesis of prevailing wisdom that games take longer and longer to make with each passing year thanks to continuous march towards even higher graphical fidelity. We have so many people pitch us games that are like, this is like Peak, because please fund it, says Naidu. And I think that's good because I think that we really believe in making games this way. What?
We believe that you shouldn't spend multiple years on a project because we've noticed that we often get caught up in the spiral. Our developers have been like, we work on a project for years and we keep going deeper and it really doesn't go anywhere. That's not a good feeling. The better approach has been, we want to find the core of the game really quickly and have a shorter development cycle because that's really fresh and really interesting. And we all think that model is better because it just eliminates so much risk. Excuse me. If you work on a project for 6 months and it doesn't end up being anything, you can move on. It's not a huge time and money thing. She wants the developers Evil Landfall signs to follow a similar philosophy. If you're not finding the core of the game in a few months, don't sink 5 to 6 years into this. Don't put your life savings into it. Rather, put it out there, let people play it. If it doesn't stick, move on.
So question. So then why did you spend money on Reloaded? Because a game that took years and years and years to make that was crap, that looked like it was put together in 6 months?
I don't know. Maybe she's talking from experience for once?
Want me to keep reading?
Sure.
Early audience testing. Mobile game developers have been following a similar process for years now, testing games with audiences very early in development and quickly ditching concepts that don't click. The same process is now gradually being applied to PC and console games. Avalanche Studios recently sold GameIndustry.biz about its new survival of the fittest style prototype playtesting program. Okay. Naidu says this kind of early audience testing approach was used for some of Landfall's earlier titles. Tabs was a game that was made by putting it in front of the community and seeing how they responded to it. And also YouTubers. Don't forget YouTubers.
Oh, yes.
But as Landfall became more confident about what would be a hit and what wouldn't be, the company didn't feel a need to go through the kind of iterative development in front of audiences. Hence why content warning was a shadow drop. With Peak, we had a thought about shadow dropping it, says Naidu. We teased it a bit beforehand, but we didn't really let people play it, other than a small group of testers, and I think that's what we're getting a really good eye for what might do well and what might not. But for the developers that we invest in, it's a little bit harder because they don't have the kind of intuition that you could get from making and releasing lots of games. Do you want to read the rest?
Sure. So with the games that we invest in, I particularly ask, has anybody played this? Have you got this in front of the audience? And how have they responded to it? Usually badly. These days, we think it's a really important part of the development. I think that too many developers develop their game secretly for several years and just go with it without showing it to anyone, and that doesn't always go very well.
You think?
But if you get your game in front of people, they'll probably give you feedback that will steer you in the right direction early on, or you'll just get called a bigot.
Wait. I'm going to read that again. But if you get your game in front of people, they'll probably give you feedback that will steer you in the right direction early on. Wow. Much gamnig was done here. Wow. What a
Very
profound
gamnig.
statement.
Very gamnig.
Very gamnig. Guys, did you know that if you put your game in front of people, they might give you feedback on it that might help you?
Yeah, weird how that works.
Wow. 10 out of 10 advice.
Wow. Naidu says Evil Landfall wants to invest in, quote, a few games a year, with funding levels per game going up to around 1 million. Ugh.
Wait. So you're gonna make games that are
was it the Wings Interactive 500,000.
Wait, you glitched out. What are you saying?
Wasn't their donation to Wings Interactive around 500,000?
No, Wings
was that
Interactive.
just what Wings Interactive gave?
That's what Wings are 50,000 per game. But this is weird. So wait a minute. Let me see if I'm hearing correctly. So you're saying that you want people to make games in 6 months, and you're going to give them $1 million to do it.
Up to. It can be above that, she says, but it's on a case-by-case basis. She reveals one title Evil Landfall has already invested in, How to Fish from Dazed Games, which is due for release later this year, but the other titles are under wraps. She describes the game as very silly and very chaotic, which is exactly the type of game Evil Landfall wants to invest in. Is there more?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm finishing this. Okay, we're done. Naidu is excited to reveal Evil Landfall to the world. I don't care. But she's equally aware that it will no doubt result in a tsunami of submissions for the new publisher.
No.
Okay. I don't think we're prepared for this, she laughs. I think that we'll learn a lot and we'll have to change our systems to make them work better for scale. Maybe you know what you'll do? Maybe you'll have people there and they can give you feedback.
Yeah.
You can have people sign, you can give you feedback. I don't like your system, and you'll change it, right?
That's what she said.
She's also excited about giving developers freedom to operate outside of traditional all-in publishing agreement. I think it's a big thing. People get to decide, if I have money, what do I want to outsource? What don't I want to outsource? What do I want to learn for myself? Which is not really an option we've had in the past, but now there's a lot more control. We're interested in developers who are interested in all sides of a business because we want to help them be sustainable in the long term and not just have a publisher do everything and then they ship the next game and they don't have any idea how to do that. We're trying to set up studios for success.
A likely story.
Wow, that was fun.
That was something. Gamnig.
So yeah. Evil Landfall. Yes, very, very clever, guys. Clever. Evil Landfall, where they said, oh, if you give people games, right, then they play them, they might give you feedback.
Yeah, but usually they always reject the feedback and call everyone a bigot or something.
I'm done. But yeah, guys, so here's my final thoughts on this. I honestly believe, and this is just my opinion, this is clearly meant to also fight back against criticism, which you've gotten. And look, nobody said you were doing anything malicious. We are pointing out that you clearly have an arm of your studio, which is in the same location where you literally funded them, that are funding games for diverse audiences, whatever. So how about maybe, I don't know, using that? But you don't want to. For some reason, we're not allowed to point out that you're connected with that studio. I wonder why.
Probably because there's something fishy going on, which we called out.
Yeah, aside from your connections to Sweet Baby Inc., not really sure what you're doing there, but like, I had no problem with you guys. We were just pointing it out, and you guys all freaked out and you blocked us. For what? Pointing out that you were connected to a bunch of companies in the same location? Oh gosh, guys, the horror, the humanity. And now,
yeah, I don't understand the problem either.
And now, wait, here we go. And now what is the result? Evil Landfall. Congratulations, Landfall. You went full landfill.
Nice. That's a good place to stop.
So, guys, do you want to invest in Landfall?
No.
Is that what you want?
No.
Landfall?
No. It's a landslide is what it is.
I don't understand. Like, what is this?
Ugh. That's what it is. Ugh.
I don't kept looking at some of the memes. Sorry. I needed that after that. Yeah. Hey, guys, wasn't that just the best?
No.
Didn't you love it?
No.
I love how they put like a question mark at the end. It's like, maybe we're evil and maybe we're not.
G.S. Wolfwood for 2. Landfall Games, more like landfill garbage.
Look, here's the thing. I'm not going to pretend that Landfall hasn't had successful titles or whatever. I just find it very strange that we simply pointed out a system that they admit themselves has been in place for 3 years, for a long time. We pointed out how they're connected to Wings Interactive and how the Wings Interactive is connected to the SBI. Then Wings scrubs all the information and Landfall blocks us. Why? Now you're out here being like, surprise, you know those things that someone pointed out like a year ago? Now we're going to take one of them and make it public. And we've been using it for a while, and we're going to call it evil.
Yeah, no.
Good job. You told on yourselves.
G.S. Wolfwood for 5. The renaming has the same vibes as that private equity firm calling themselves Cerberus Capital Management. They really do tell on themselves. Wait, there was a firm that called itself Cerberus, really? They might as well call themselves Tartarus.
Guys, I'm going to make a book company, and I'm going to call it Slop Incorporated. You know why?
Why?
Because making books sometimes involves slop, and we don't like slop, so I'm going to make my company named Slop.
Oh, no, honey, you have to call it Gay Slop.
No, if it's gay slop, then you're a bigot. Oh,
But
God.
doesn't
What do you
tell
mean,
unless it
check
has-
my throne page? What did you do?
Who bought what? Who bought what?
You bought
Who
me a
bought
new
what?
keyboard.
Yay!
Thank you. The one I have, literally, the W and the S and the other key.
The gaming keys are faded out.
WAS, AS, and D are
D.
completely gone.
Because Master is a keyboard mouse player, whereas I am a controller player.
Hey, don't knock it. I've beaten Hollow Knight using a mouse. How much can you say? Yeah, Low Quality Books LLC. But you know what? Wait, we're gonna make books in 6 months, and then we're gonna put them in front of people, and they might give us feedback on them.
I'm not a console peasant. Master did convert me to PC Master Race, but I still prefer playing with a controller. I grew up with an Xbox.
Peak was a fluke and anomaly for Landfill. Look, as I said, I think that Landfall Games has had success. I'm not going to pretend it didn't. I just think it's very strange that we're not allowed to point out this stuff, and yet here they are, not long later, basically going, surprise, you know, all these things that you guys pointed out, we're going to make them public now. It's like, okay, so then what was the problem with us making them public?
There wasn't. They just panicked.
Guys, I'm still blocked. I'm still blocked by them. They have me blocked. I cannot access their page. Let me see if I can actually open it.
Bad Movies Inc.
Let me see. I'm going to share. I want to show you guys that I'm not lying here, okay?
Master does not lie.
I don't like to do that kind of stuff. Here we go. Okay?
Do it.
Right here.
Landfall Games has blocked you.
And look, if you thought we were joking, look at their logo. Evil Landfall.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Internet, you are very welcome. We did the work, so you don't have to.
Boring entertainment company. I love these. Welcome to Boring Entertainment Company, where we make games in 6 months and say, hey, maybe we should let people see these so they can give us feedback so that our games might be better. I really don't get that.
Yeah.
6 months is a super fast timescale. Unless they do a kind of crunch, the games will come out looking rough. Look, they're able to make games that come out that like aren't super high detail, and that's fine. But like, what about the name Evil Landfall suggests very silly and chaotic? No, sorry.
That was about the fishing game, how to fish.
No, they said they want to make games that are similar to eat like that, very silly and chaotic. But you said it wrong. It's Evil Landfall? ?
Because you have to add the question mark. I don't understand why there has to be a question mark.
Maybe
honey, do you want to tell them,
we're
honey,
evil,
do you want
and
to,
maybe we just suck.
Do you want to tell them how you discovered this?
What do you mean?
How you just happened to be on the Wings Interactive page and scrolled down and saw a CEO
and saw that someone was involved in Evil Landfall. I thought they were taking a dig at us, and guess not, but whatever.
Oh, they still might be. Who knows?
Honestly, this just feels like a way of saying, ha, no one can criticize us now.
Because they literally have evil in their title.
Master, they blocked you because you will find they expose the truth of their lies and tricks. I just think it's so weird because we didn't say attack them. We didn't say go attack them. We said, hey, this is very strange. Here's what we found. What interesting.
All we did was show information that we found. We didn't say anything was conclusive. We never say anything is conclusive with these findings.
No. I didn't actually watch your video, and I decided that you're wrong because I said so.
Boo.
You're wrong. I said so. Sorry, I was being a hater. Did I do a good job?
No.
Are we even close to tier 1? We're probably not. Unfortunately.
I have no idea, but we're halfway to the super chat goal.
Yep. Reminds me of when IGN blocked you midstream for asking questions. Yep, I remember that. Not allowed to ask questions about Wings Interactive. God forbid you do that, because I got blocked by them midstream. We're at $61. Okay. So we're not close. Maybe we'll get there. But we have another topic to get to. And then we have our exposure therapy. But this next topic is going to be a fun one. You ready, guys?
Yes.
Here we go. The Mandalorian and Grogu turned Star Wars into a joke.
A far cry from the show, and the fan base has croaked.
Star Wars is dead. The franchise turned to dust.
The few fans left behind are all that's left to rust. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh, honey, cue the GIF.
Nope.
Aw.
But guys, guess what? Are you guys excited? You should be excited. You know you're excited? You know why?
No.
You know why?
No.
Because we're getting another Star Wars movie. It's called The Mandalorian and Grogu. Do you want to watch it?
No.
Well, guess what? You're not alone, because recently Fandango did a summer 2026 most anticipated movies, and there were 10 movies that were anticipated, and guess what wasn't in there?
Mandalorian and Grogu.
And you know why it's not there, honey? Do you want to know what? You want to know the secret about Mandalorian and Grogu? I'm going to tell you the secret of Mandalorian and Grogu. You want to know?
What is the secret of Mandalorian and Grogu?
When I looked and I've looked into it and I saw people reporting on it. The tracking currently for box office for Mandalorian and Grogu is like less than Solo, a Star Wars story. You know, the movie that lost Disney money?
Ouch. That's bad. That is very, very bad.
Oh, oops. It's okay, guys. Look, Baby Yoda. He's saying, look, adorable I am. See movie you will?
No.
He's looking for anybody who cares, guys. He's looking. He can't find them. You know why? Because nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You said you weren't going to do the GIF.
I lied.
Sure. But
wait,
yeah,
the
live action Moana is more anticipated than Mandalorian.
Shush. Let's get through the thing. So here are the top 10 movies from this summer 2026. The first one, Toy Story 5.
Woo!
I anticipate it too. You know what I anticipate?
It doing badly?
Not watching it. Next movie, Moana.
No, Moana's number 6.
Oh, next movie,
numbers.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I'm actually interested in that one.
Yeah, just a bit.
3, The Devil Wears a Prada 2. 4, The Odyssey.
I would be excited if they had done historically accurate casting.
I know he uploaded videos to Odyssey. Does that count?
I
No?
guess not.
Okay. Okay.
Number 5, Scary
Number 5
Movie.
is Scary Movie. Which one? What is
the
it like
next one coming out, 2026.
Got it.
They don't really number them anymore.
Okay.
Number 6.
Moana.
Number 6, live action Moana.
What can I say except no, I'm not welcome.
What can I say except I don't want that?
Yeah.
Number 7, Minions and Monsters. Does anyone know what that is?
I either it's a Dungeons and Dragons thing or it's a crossover with the Monsters movies, maybe. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I didn't even know this movie was coming out.
I'd never even heard of it until today. Number 8, Mortal Kombat 2.
Never saw the first one.
Well, to be fair, the trailer does look good.
I guess, but like it's never been my thing.
Yeah.
Number 9, Supergirl.
Oh, wait, they're serious. Let me laugh even harder. Yeah, that was totally fake laugh.
Yep.
And number 10, the next Insidious movie. Yes, we're getting another Insidious movie, even though they said it was done.
They did?
Yep. Are you surprised?
No. I forget
Exactly.
that we even had
Honestly,
like
this will be Insidious either 5 or 6. I've lost count.
I'm sorry. There's only like one movie there that I'm even mildly interested in.
And that is?
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah.
But Disney, hate to break it to you, but I'm going to tell you a secret. And all these Star Wars people on Twitter will get very mad at this because they don't like the truth and facts hurt their fifis. The amount of people that are left that actually like the Star Wars stuff is a minority. Of this minority that is now the entire fan base, a majority of them want this. What do I mean by this? Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, before the dark times, before Disney, there was a giant fan base for a franchise called Star Wars. And then it started to go downhill with the prequels because there was some dislike of the prequels. For the most part, I liked the prequels, but people didn't like them. And it did fracture the fan base. But then something came out called the sequels where they decided that Luke, Han, and Leia were old and who cares? And quick, look, insert character is better because we said so. Don't you like it? And no one did. Except for people on Twitter who cried and screamed and yelled about how much they loved it. But you know what? They didn't actually go watch the movie.
Because they don't actually have money.
Yes. And then what happens? The franchise after the Rise of Skywalker goes dormant. And there wasn't any more movies. We got a bunch of TV shows that they swear did well. Acolyte. And then, but nobody cared about Star Wars. So the views kept going down and down and down. Yet people on Twitter cried, "Oh my God, the bigots got the Acolyte canceled. Cancel the YouTubers because we can't look internally inside of ourselves to realize that we're the problem. Maybe we shouldn't pirate things online. Maybe we should actually spend money on things other than..."
Are you done?
And e-girls.
Ugh. And remind me, how many people signed the petition to renew the Acolyte?
80,000, I think.
the Starfleet Academy was less than that, right?
You
Like,
asked
maybe
the
half that?
acolyte. Yes. And so again, what ended up happening is these people online continue to say, "Oh, look, but it's doing well. You're terrible. Oh, how bad." I guess what?
What?
If you just gone and watched the movie and actually supported it, it wouldn't have mattered, because guess what happened? The
What?
majority of the fan base left. They never came back. So
Yeah.
yes, the majority of the fan base that is left now likes Star Wars. But I'm going to tell you a secret, okay?
And what is that secret, darling?
The majority that's left is now a minority, in a sense where the majority is a majority purely because everybody else already left.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
So guess what? You're right. You are the majority now. Look at me. I'm the majority now. Yes, you are.
Because you're all that's
80,000 of you.
because you are all that's left. Which is sad.
But
There used
that's
to be
it.
millions upon millions of Star Wars fans.
80,000 people might seem like a big number to some of you people online who have difficulty counting. Probably even your fingers and toes. But
Yeah.
like, it's not enough to fund these stuff. And so if this movie fails, it's going to hurt them. And you know what? Everything's showing that it will. It may somehow pull through, but I don't think so. Because as everybody said, this just looks like a couple episodes of the show rolled into a movie.
Yeah, which it technically is.
So yeah, nobody wants to see it because guess what? Nobody actually cares.
Which is unfortunate because everyone used to care.
You killed the franchise not because bigots, not because of diversity, not because whatever. It's because you made people not care about it anymore. And when people don't care, it's very difficult to get them back. It wouldn't matter right now if you announced that you were going to go back and remake the sequels. It would not matter at this point.
It really wouldn't, because there's no coming back from it. You have dug its grave, you've defiled its corpse, and you really need to just let it die. Let it rest, because it's just not okay anymore. We're done. We're all just done.
And you know what? There's going to be only one thing Star Wars that it's going to do well in the future, and that's when they're going to release the original cut of A New Hope in theaters for the anniversary. That will do well. That will make a ton of money, and it will prove, just as we all know, Star Wars, as Disney knows it, is dead. Long live the Star Wars from the past.
Amen. Let's stop there.
Woo!
That was fun.
So apparently we're also we're apparently much farther behind in regards to the super chats. We're apparently not even close, which is okay. We had a streak going there for a while.
Yeah. Wandering Paladin has been a member for 33 months. Disney
33 months? My God.
Dude. Thank you. Keep it going. Disney Star Wars has been dead to me for a while.
I got to give him a special clip for that. Here we go.
Slifer.
No.
行くぜ速攻魔法発動バーサーカーソウルドローモンスターカードドローモンスターカードドローモンスターカードドローモンスターカードドローモンスターカードドローモンスターカードドローモンスターカード
That was all the months. Get it?
Ha ha.
Limitless Andre says, "Hail all. Sorry, I'm late. Sad we're back to PNG." Oh, well, again, we most people didn't like the VTuber avatars, and we'll probably get to a point where we end up having VTubers again. They'll just look more like what we have now. So it's not gone forever. It's just a regroup. We're regrouping.
Also, giant super chat. Eagle Eye for $49.99. Thank you very much. The streak shall not end. And with that, we've hit $100.
I think so. But we also got this first.
And Crashing Taylor Hidden Swift gave a $1 nothing.
Okay, I think we hit.
Umber
Is it time for Pot of Greed?
Oh no, Umber Flama says we need $9 more.
Oh, $91 and $91 and 97 cents. We're a little bit away. I think there was a confusion because
been, yeah.
of no, there might be because sometimes people if someone renewed a membership or did whatever, it might have counted and it wasn't. So we're close. All right.
Who wants to give us $9 more? Anyone?
We are if we count memberships, but we didn't get any memberships.
Yeah, we got renewed memberships, which doesn't count apparently.
No, it doesn't. They that's a message people do afterwards. Okay, we're close. We'll get there. But we also have the what's it called? We have the exposure therapy, right?
GS Wolfwood.
Now we definitely hit it.
GS Wolfwood for $9. This one's for producer Puffer.
And
he did that
now
on
it's
purpose.
definitely okay. Now we're at tier 1. We could definitely say for sure.
Yay! Oh, we got another one. 2K Gamer Game Cuber. Here you $9.99. Here you go. Yay! Money.
You're so strange.
I know.
So we
you
don't
love me for it.
We don't have hats yet. We will try to have them for next week. It just was rushed to get back to here. But what we do have, guys.
We have chairs.
We have Pot of Greed.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh!
I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
That's not what it does.
Roll my dice! That is what it does. Pot of Greed! Draw 3. I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck! And I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck! Then I play Magic Force, which allows me to play Pot of Greed once again to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
You know, he's right. And I attack and I win, right?
No!
You don't have any... Well, you don't have any monsters, and
oh, he's supposed to be here!
What?
Oh, you got the Celtic God.
My turn! I summon Dark Magician! I also summon Jack's Knight!
What? How? You can't summon a bunch of cards on one turn. It's against the rules.
You never saw this coming! I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
That's not what it does! It doesn't do that.
That is what it does.
It doesn't.
That's what it do, Yugi!
That does what it do.
Does what it do. Are you just gonna let me win every time now?
Yes, because you'll never know. Could I have won? Am I only winning because you let me?
You're so mean.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Thank you for the money, everybody. Give us more.
Okay, so we have technically. So I realized. Oh.
And Burto Space Girlfriend obliged with $9.99 and a black heart. Thank you.
So I realized that we technically are supposed to have a different video for
exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy, but we're not going to do that one because we didn't get it ready. I forgot about it. So we have one that we do have for sure.
The Yu-Gi-Oh one or the Rick Moranis one?
We have the Rick Moranis one. Master's not beat, he's diabolical. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I'm getting the file ready. Oh, we have exposure therapy. We also have another clip afterwards. A tease for next week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Spooky noises.
But for now, guess what time it is?
Exposure therapy.
All right, guys. So you guys may know by now that we are getting a sequel to Spaceballs. Now, I wasn't a real big fan of Spaceballs personally, but I understand why people like it, right?
Yes.
But
I find it funny.
The reason people like it so much, I think we can all agree, is Rick Moranis.
Yes. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Most
Yes.
people will say Mel Brooks, but let's be fair, it's Rick Moranis.
Yes, but they got him to come back for the sequel, which they have now dubbed Spaceballs, the new one.
Because they already got the money and no longer need to search for it, apparently.
But you might ask, well, here's the question. Why did Rick Moranis come back for this, of all things? What convinced him?
Let's find out.
It was a combination of things, but I will say that Josh Gad is a very convincing person. He was the one, because I had been talking to Mel Brooks about doing a sequel for 30 years or something like that.
So he obviously wanted to do a sequel for about, as he said, 30 years, and he was talking to Mel Brooks about it. He didn't get anywhere. So Josh Gad came and convinced him.
Yes, Olaf, the snowman.
Oh my God. I need someone to draw that. Can someone please draw?
Okay,
Olaf?
have people forgotten that Josh Gad is involved in this movie?
I'm sorry.
I feel like people have forgotten that.
I need someone to draw Olaf with holding out his nose to Darth Helmet and saying,
Dark Helmet.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
No,
No?
Olaf would have to be holding his carrot and say, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Let's do it. Someone do it, please.
Someone do
Please,
it and put it in the memes of streams. Put it in the memes of streams.
I need this in my life so badly. I need him holding his nose and be like, your Schwartz is as big as mine.
And for various reasons, it didn't happen. It almost did, and then it didn't. But it was Josh Gad who came up with this concept and got Mel behind it. And he just was such a force. Then he started working on me. And ultimately, I said yes to it because it was the only way I could get him to stop texting me.
Yeah.
Only way to get him to stop texting him is because he said yes.
Also, is that Linda Carter?
I don't know.
Looks like her.
So
Josh is such a force and such a positive force. Josh Gad is such positive energy. And I feel like, I remember you said to me when I was in the writer's office, and you're like, let's hope it's good, the script, And then we read the script, and it was just obviously worth getting you, not only back, but on the other side of the planet.
Or is that the person who played the princess? Okay, I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't
Look, I like that Rick Moranis is back, but here's what I have to say about this, and this is why we're talking about this. If Rick Moranis is back for this, you know what they're going to try to do now?
Make a sequel to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
They've already had it in the works for ages. Did you guys not know this? Let me read it to you.
How old is Rick Moranis now? 50s?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, he looks pretty good for whatever age he is.
Aha. Okay. Josh Gad offers disappointing update on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids reboot.
Why is Josh Gad involved in that too?
Because he's involved with everything, I guess.
Ugh.
This was in 2023. It might be paused indefinitely. What's happening with it? A lot of you asked what's going on with this film. Truth is, the film is called Shrunk. Okay? They were inches away from starting, and then COVID hit. Inches from starting again, then my schedule exploded with conflict. It was conflict. Inches from starting again. Budget got the best of us. If you want it, let your local Disney know. But this is an actual thing, and if they got Rick Moranis back, that this is totally on the menu now.
Yeah, well, they already failed to get him back for Ghostbusters. And apparently, Chad is saying he's 73. He looks good for 73.
He does. But check this out, guys. Josh Gad says, a lot of you asked me what's going on. So, truth is, itchy way from starting. COVID hit. This is the movie. It's called Disney's Shrunk.
Sigh.
Wait a minute.
What?
Is that Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yes. Yes, it is. Oh my God, it is.
Now. Oh, photo cred boss logic. Okay, someone made it.
Phew.
I was very confused for a minute. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, when did that happen?
Boss logic
Honey, I
makes
Shrunk
them
the Kids in the MCU now?
Yeah, boss
God,
logic makes
that
some
would
good
have
photos.
been crazy.
Just heard that Lone Star's kid's gonna be named Starburst. Oh dear.
Oh my God, his birthday is April 18th, so he just turned 73 yesterday.
Happy birthday, Rick frickin' Moranis! Woo!
Happy birthday.
And Sippy for $10 says, coming to theaters near you, Honey, I Shrunk the Movie Industry. That already happened.
Or coming soon to Gothic Therapy near you. Honey, I blew up the couch.
I'm not gonna blow up our couch.
No, blew up, like made it bigger.
Oh. You could have specified.
You didn't know that was the sequel?
No? What are you talking about?
There was a sequel to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids called Honey, I Blew Up the Baby.
Nope, never heard of it.
5 more super chats. We're not going to hit it, guys. It's okay. We got another special reveal for you guys today. But what are we going to do first? We do the poll, and then we can go to the diagnosis, and then we can do the memes, and then we could do the tease, and then we'll end off the stream. Sound good?
That sounds great.
All right. But yeah, I think we'll see Honey, I Shrunk the Movie Industry at some point.
I mean, that's already happened, so...
Help YouTube by answering one question. Here's my answer. No. All right. We have a poll that has 112 votes. And it says, punch the like button to clock into the night shift. How we feeling about the OG avatars being back? And leading with 35% is okay. I like you guys regardless. Followed by 31% says, Raven, step away from the chocolate.
No.
25% say great, OG all the way, and 9% say upset like the VTuber ones. Well, I'm sorry for the 9%, but to be fair, I'm gonna look at the poll, the actual poll, right now that we've been doing on the channel. Okay, right here. Let's take a look. There's been a poll going on the channel for quite some time now. Okay, it's been going on for 4 days. And this poll says, which version of our avatars feels more like Gothic Therapy? And currently it has 426 votes and leading with 78% is the PNG avatars. And that's why we have PNG avatars now.
Yeah, it was an overwhelming majority. Burnt Toast Space Girlfriend for $1.99. 1. Let me guess, the next one's going to say 2.
We're not going to get there. I take my leave.
Yeah, I was right.
All right.
I was right. 2. And then there's going to be a 3, a 4, and a 5.
3.
Calling it now.
No. We're not going to get to the goal. We missed it. It's okay. You don't have to do it. I don't think it's advancing the goal either.
It is. It now says 17.
You don't have to do it. It's not that big of a deal if we get to the thing. All right. We're going to move on to the diagnosis. It's okay. We didn't hit
Williams,
it.
I got that reference.
I don't.
It's a Psycho Stick song. You know, the band that made This Is Not a Song, It's a Sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I just mentioned this because Proctofile says he's not coming back to Discord. So guys, if you don't know, Proctofile did get hacked on Discord. So we did have to kick him from the server, not because of anything bad, because he told us to. And he's not coming back because he can't get back on his account, whatever. If he'll let me know if he does come back, but just be careful.
Yes.
Okay. Are we ready to move into the... Yeah. Are we ready to move into the diagnosis?
After this next super chat.
What super chat? Stop! You don't... We're not getting there. It's okay. We're not hitting it. It's fine.
1, 2, 5, 4, 5.
We're going to the diagnosis now. Okay, bye.
Count support. Gonna count now. And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
Where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
The diagnosis for this week is anosognosia.
Please explain.
Anosognosia is a recognized neuropsychological condition in which a person is unaware of or unable to fully recognize their own impairment. Agnosonosia is not an ordinary denial or spin. It is a deeper failure of self-perception where the deficit is visible to everyone else, but the subject continues behaving as though normal function remains intact.
In relation to today's topics, with Willy Wonka, anosognosia is exemplified by a project moving forward as if the ingredients are not already setting off alarms. Netflix, Taika Waititi, and a sequel premise nobody asked for do not read as a creative spark. They read as a failure to recognize audience hostility in advance. The impairment is not subtle. The brand no longer carries automatic trust, yet the film proceeds as though it still does.
With Evil Landfall, anosognosia is exemplified by selective self-awareness. Landfall is aware enough to reframe the structure, joke about the business side, and repackage the optics, but not honest enough to address the wings connection that made people suspicious in the first place. Blocking critics while half confirming the broader structure creates the impression of an institution that can perceive pressure, but cannot admit the actual source of the problem.
And with Star Wars, anosognosia is exemplified by franchise behavior that still assumes event status after the audience bond has clearly deteriorated. Weaker trailer response, missing the top 10 anticipation list, and comparisons to Solo all point in one direction, that people do not care the way they used to. But Disney keeps presenting the release as though the old cultural force remains intact. The impairment is obvious, the recognition is not.
And that's why I think this is a great diagnosis for this week.
Agreed. And we hit the super chat goal, by the way.
Yes, I noticed.
4. 5. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I really should not be doing that after getting over a cold.
Story time, please. Okay, we'll get to it. But I'm the master of count. 1, 2, 3 vaccines. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll talk. All right, we caught it in time. We're gonna go into that. For those of you who are leaving, you should stay just a little longer till the end because there's a really cool clip that's going to be happening. It's going to be explaining the lore and what's coming up.
Explaining lore-wise why we have changed our avatars.
Yes, because if we're gonna
stay and keep our view count up.
If we're going to do it, might as well do it with some style. But if you have to go to sleep, don't worry about it. But yeah, thanks to Umbra Flama and some of the mods that have helped us out, we've got a clip to share with you. And next week we'll have more. But let's get to the story. So, honey, do you want to explain? I guess you should, because you're the one who always brings it up.
Yes. Master and I don't really play multiplayer games together because he always kicks my butt.
That and also, there was one time where she agreed to play Don't Starve together, which I don't like Don't Starve together. I'll rewatch later. It was sick this week. Thanks. Okay, no problem.
Good night.
Good night. But as I said, I convinced her to play Don't Starve together, and then she decided to. I decided to maybe spawn 10 beargers on her. He decided
to go God mode and sick 20 beargers on me at once.
And the game
and laughed about it.
Didn't like it, and then she died.
A lot.
And then she got revived, and then died again, and then died and revived, and died and revived, and then she didn't want to play with me anymore. She's no fun.
Well, you shouldn't have sick 20 beargers on me.
But what if I want to play games with you?
We've played Raft, and we duel each other in Master Duel.
We haven't played Raft in a long time.
True. But also, Master Duel is mostly because you hate playing against other people, because they're all so stupid.
But you won't play games with me.
Don't you threaten to sleep on the couch.
I tried to play Powell with you, and I worked really hard on our base. I made a base that looked like a giant Mario mushroom, and then you didn't want to play again.
I got addicted to a different game.
But
we can play Power World again.
What about me?
I love you too.
I like the story.
I love you more than video games.
Ah.
Meow. No, come back. Come back. Come back. Yay.
Raven, how do you do this to your husband? Sleep on the couch till damn, I got. Mushroom.
He really did make it look like a giant Mario mushroom.
Should gift Gothic Therapy Windrose because I
Master was a sailor in a past life.
I must be because I love the ocean, and if you gift me that, I will play it. I just don't know if it's a good idea. I don't think it's even on my wish list.
Maybe
4-year-old Master got his fifis hurt. No. Me 4 days ago, Master. I'm just kidding. I'm not surprised Master doesn't do, hey!
I say nothing.
So much gamning. Did someone say Windrose there for pirates?
I'm sorry. I hear Windrose and I think, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. No? That's the band that sings that song. It's called Windrose.
Oh.
Windrose is the dwarf metal band.
Okay.
So why is there a pirate game now named after dwarf metal? I'm so confused.
There's one game on my wish list that I don't think I'm ever going to get, but it's there, and I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's a game I've never heard anybody mention, but it is apparently really good. Let me see if I can find it. I'm curious.
What game is it?
I'm looking. I forget.
Windrose is a survival building pirate game. That sounds like Master Speed.
Oh my god, I want it now.
You had Master at survival and building. Just adding pirates on top of that.
The age of piracy. Fight on land and sea. So if it build brown, oh, it's on my wish list.
Windrose?
Yep, it is on my wish list.
Okay, somebody give him that.
No one has to gift it to me. But I was talking about the game that I've heard about. If anybody has, I've heard about this game, and it's a lot of money. And I'm just curious. I don't want it. I have it on my list because I'm more curious. It's called Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Steals Time.
I feel like you mentioned that once.
I don't know. Something about it feels familiar. Why is Hypnotic's profile picture Black Snape?
I don't want to know.
He's probably being funny.
Maybe that, or he's I don't know.
Honey, are you on another tab?
No.
Do it live. Someone gift it. No one has to gift it. He's Wesley Snipes. He is?
He stole Master's meme and made himself into Wesley Snipes.
Is he Wesley Snipes?
Did he take the picture Master made?
It's okay if he did, but he's got to give me props for it.
I received a gift on Steam.
What is it?
I got Iritus, Lord of the Dead.
Where are you, Hypnotic?
A turn-based tactical roguelike RPG set in a dark fantasy universe. Lead an army of the undead to help an angry necromancer in his quest to reach the surface world and bring the dead to the mortal realms. I shall accept this happily.
That sounds like a cool game, but no, he has Black Snake.
I'm not very good at turn-based RPGs. That's why I can't get through Rogue Trader. But I do like necromancy. And I do like zombies.
It's okay. I don't need to be
Somebody give Master something!
No, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. Fantasy Life is a job switching game. So you know it's good. I don't know what it's about. That's what's confusing about it. It's just a weird game. It's like $50. I don't want it because I have it on my wish list because I'm curious about it more than anything. But yes, okay.
Well, now you want it. So
that's
someone
the story.
should give it to you.
That's the story. Now we should get to memes, right?
Somebody spent money on my husband.
No one has to. They already bought me
Did someone get you Windrose?
Someone Curse bought me Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. I will play that. I have heard really good things about it. Thank you. You don't have to do that though. Please do not do that. You don't have to do that. Okay, let's get to memes.
Say that, and I say do it anyway.
We have memes now, and what the cool part of this is we can now actually have memes with audio, even if I can't hear them. And Griffin of Might was the one who did that. You're welcome. You didn't have to do that.
Do it
appreciate
again.
It though.
Do it again with Windrose.
No. Okay. Let's go to memes before someone gets a bunch of money.
Welcome in a tavern full of drunken dwarf. No respect for humans. Raising pulls him by the ears. If you
done? Time for memes.
Memes.
Meme time.
It's meme time. It's meme time. I don't know why.
And if you guys are noticing
tonight.
If you guys are noticing that my side is blurred, I have to thank nobody has spoken who has made the amazing. Thank you. Okay, what
just happened?
Did someone just give me another game?
If so, what was it?
Children of Silent Town.
What's that?
Children of Silent Town is a dark adventure game that tells the story of Lucy growing up in the village deep in the forest, inhabited by monsters, people disappearing, nothing in common here. But this time, Lucy's old enough to investigate her own. You guys don't have to do that. Stop.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, let's get to memes. Okay, we got memes. We got memes here. Get your memes here.
Woo!
Okay, so first off, we got from Agent Swordmaster. We got nearly forgot to add this. The couch is part of the mech now.
And he has your hat. And a
Agent
chainsaw
Swordmaster does an
for an
amazing
arm.
job. Then we got a couple of memes before the stream, which I added here from Ashes. If you don't show up to tonight's therapy session, this couch is going to eat you alive. Raven forgot to feed the couch again. Yes, honey, why didn't you feed the couch?
It's your job to feed the couch. You're the one who sets up the timer.
Also, we got from Wild Guitar, and be honest, does Raven hide pieces of chocolate on you like a good stash when she needs a quick fix? Or do you keep some in your jacket just in case you need to help her under control? Bad kitty baddies, yeah, I'm spraying her. And it's our old avatars, the ones that we're now not using. Again, we will be going back to VTuber avatars eventually, just to keep that in mind. It's just something we're gonna do a job that gets it more to the style that we want, so that we have ones that we both like. And again, nothing against the last ones, just they didn't fit right.
To be fair, the image that Katarn made does look more Tim Burton-y.
It does. Except I'm a woman, Muggle, or take my Avada. The Couch of Therapy. Flip. When this card is flipped face up, send one monster opponent goes to the graveyard. When this monster says to the graveyard, declare a word that is a noun or verb. Whenever your opponent says that word, when this card is on your graveyard, send one card your opponent goes to the field to the graveyard. Only one. The Couch of Therapy can remain in your graveyard. If another one enters your graveyard, banish it instead. Cute.
And Ashes Reborn just gifted me another game.
Stop gifting stuff. You don't have to. Please don't feel like you need to. We were just talking.
You don't have to, but it is appreciated.
Welcome
right,
to the
honey?
Gothic Chocolate Factory.
Honey, right? It's appreciated?
Yes, it's appreciated. Now let's continue with the memes. Welcome to the Gothic Chocolate Factory. Now I want to be dressed as Willy Wonka just to see how I look.
You are in that.
Thanks, Grok. Charlie versus the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka, Charlie Bucket, Grandpa Joe, Oompa Loompa, Augustus Gloop, Violet Beauregard, Baruch Assault, Mike Jimmy, and Taika Waititi.
Uh-huh.
I love this. The couch was hungry.
Couch eating a Gundam.
I'm going to take a dump on Netflix. Okay. I'm evil. Unemployable landfall. We are cool. Cringe is cool. Landfill Games. It's not a nose ring. I can't read. I'm not crying. You are.
Accept my existence.
Accept my existence. No. We are Evil Landfall. My head hurts. Landfill Games.
I'm being told that it was a Transformer, not a Gundam. Okay.
Okay. Absolute Gamnik. Only one problem.
Hmm?
I have 3 hands. I've mutated. Evil Landfill.
Now that looks like it's from the warp.
You have to put the Landfall Games logo in the middle there. Gamepad, mouse and keyboard, flight stick, Guitar Hero controller. Yep. I block you. Really? Why am I still Wonka?
I don't know. Ask Asian.
If you get your game in front of people, they'll probably give you feedback that will steer you in the right direction early on.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. No, really, that's Captain Obvious from some commercial.
This isn't the way. Looking for anyone who cares.
Close enough.
We should rule the world. I love this. Honey, I blew up the monster couch and now it's rampaging through Tokyo. Gothic Therapy.
I'm okay with this, but it would be better if it were like Portland or something. I don't know.
Therapy -1. Get it?
Yep. Not Tokyo. We like Japan.
All right. I think we're good.
Yay, memes.
But guys, before we go, I had 11 fingers. Okay, cool. But guys, before we go, we have a sneak peek. We told you there would be a lore reason for why. And thanks to Umbra Flama, we have exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
So guys.
Are you ready to see?
Wait, can I make this full screen?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Ready? Here we go.
Watch out!
One more time.
Again.
Watch out!
A little sneak peek of what's to come.
What's coming? Ooh.
Lore.
And yes, the couch was there. The couch is a thing. It's alive!
It's alive! And he's a good boy.
Gothic Therapy.
Aha.
All right, I think we're good.
I believe so. I think that's everything.
Thanks for all the super chats and everything. Appreciate you guys and for all the gifts.
Someone noticed the song.
We're not saying anything. Anyway, we're done for today, right?
I believe so. I believe that's everything.
So be prepared for next week. We're still going to do our regular Psycho-Synopsis, but there might be some lore that goes on with that.
Ready? Be prepared.
But until then...
I've just been very sing-songy tonight. But until then...
but until then...
Until next week, happy nightmares.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze. Our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most.
Built holes, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, later,